Welcome to Melbourne,
Hey, what's up guys, Box here and welcome back to another F1 2017 video. This time we are starting our modded career mode. Finally we're here for the McLaren Renault career mode. So here we are at Australia, obviously for the first Grand Prix. As you can see the practice session. I've done this race before. We did that mod video for the McLaren Renault, which done Australia. We do have the pace and we've got a lot of practice around this track, so feeling very confident ahead of this race. You can see hitting all the I don't know what you call them, the marker boards for the track acclimatization program. So we've done that, get through that nice and easy, get the maximum amount of resource points as you can see, hitting everything purple, complete purple lap there. So a very good lap in the practice session. So let's see where we ended up at the end of the practice session. You can see we're second place, just narrowly behind Lewis Hamilton, just 2/10 off him, and Fernando in 7th place. So good result there for the McLaren team. And let's get into qualifying. So for this career mode, we'll be doing a one-shot qualifying session for each race. So as you can see, at the minute leading the way on the laps, but I'm expecting the Ferraris to be quick, as well as obviously the Mercedes. But as you can see, 3rd place, still running pretty well. But there's still plenty of time left in the lap and areas of the track where we will be able to gain on the AI and definitely get a faster lap time. And as you can see, we've gained back up into 1st place, but we got a bit of a slow exit out of that corner. We've dropped all the way down to 6th place. So it's just not what we want in this qualifying session for the first race of the season. It's just not what we want. But you can see gaining through that fast chicane there. And as you can see, gaining on Raikkonen, who was very quick around this track actually, so he'll be looking to have a good race. They're coming around into the final sector of the lap then, as you can see, holding on to 2nd place for now. Maybe we'll be able to grab pole position, but as you can see around that corner, Raikkonen just pulled out a massive gap, so we're very struggling around this final corner as well to put the power down. Obviously a new car to us, but definitely we'll get used to it over the season. So there we go, we're going to cross the line, and it looks like a 3rd place, or might be 4th place, we'll see. Yep, 3rd place, and our teammate in 6th place as well. So a good qualifying session from us, and should set up the race nicely for us in the next session of this episode. So you can see Raikkonen took pole, and you can see at the bottom the Sauber Alfa Romeo team at the bottom. But here we are for the race then, starting from 3rd position after that qualifying session, just behind Hamilton. But you can see we got a bit of a slow start. It was the launch, the initial launch, where we bogged down a bit, but we could go round the outside of Hamilton there. So he did manage to hold off, but we did get squeezed out and not able to get the run on the front two. But we've got to go defensive now, as Bottas is right behind us, as well as Vettel, who's going to be looking to make up after a poor qualifying session. But slot into 3rd place, just staying there for now. We're not able to gain off the start, but there's plenty of laps left in this race. A 25% race distance, so might up that for some of the other races up to 50%, and could do 100% race at some of the races this season. But as you can see, coming towards the end of lap number 1, we got right up behind Hamilton there, as we did lose the rear end, which did make us lose out on some on a potential opportunity to get the move done. But coming now to end lap number 2, as you can see, Kimi Raikkonen setting the fastest lap of 1:26, but then we go even faster, a fastest lap of the race for us here. Was not expecting this. So on to lap number 4 now. As you can see, Hamilton's gone to the back of Kimi Raikkonen. He's going to challenge him for the lead. You can see they're going side by side here, and they're still side by side as they go through the next corner. I think Hamilton will come on top out of this battle, because he's been catching Raikkonen for a few laps now, but he does look like he's going to go around the outside. Raikkonen just slipping back a bit, and they're still side by side. And there we go, Hamilton's just made the move, engineer confirming it, but we can see it for ourselves here, taking a replay of them two going at it. And it's lovely to see the AI go in wheel to wheel, which you did not see on their previous F1 games as much, but definitely got it right for this installment of the series. So as you can see, Raikkonen's having to back out of it now, but we've gone right deep up, almost ramming Hamilton off the trap, but we did manage to keep it on. As you can see, we just outbraked ourselves, got a little bit too excited, wanting to get involved, clipped in. Luckily no damage to either car, and we continue on. And it's actually slowed Raikkonen up, so he's gotten off of the back of Hamilton, and we're going to go for the overtake on Kimi Raikkonen. We're going to have to stick in his slipstream as we come out of the fast chicane there, and will we go to the inside? Raikkonen's go to the outside to defend. We got the inside. A nice easy move in the end. Could have made it a lot harder for us, but we're now going to come into the pits. We're going to go for the undercut strategy, which should hopefully work for us. Maybe we'll be able to jump Hamilton in the pits with this undercut strategy, but we will have to wait and see. As you can see, we're going to drop right down into the pack, and hopefully we can find a bit of clear air as we exit the pits. But as you can see, we've already dropped down into the bottom half of the grid, and I'm not sure where our teammate is, but it's crucial that Alonso does well for the Constructors' Championship. But we're going to come out the pits in 14th place, and right behind Palmer. So now we've got the tyres up to temperature, and now we're going to go for the move on Palmer. Should be nice and easy up the inside, much easier than on Kimi Raikkonen, because the Renault doesn't have the pace of the Ferrari. So Stroll's next up, but I imagine a lot of cars will come in the pits now. As you can see, our teammate there coming around the final corner, he's on the straight, so he's not doing as well as we are in this race, but he should hopefully get a top 10 finish and get some points for the McLaren team. But as you can see, a few guys in the pits now. We're going to come up to probably about 8th place now. As you can see, who's that exiting the pits? Hamilton. So we've jumped Hamilton in the pits, but where's Raikkonen? That is the question. Is he still out there, and is he going for the overcut strategy? So that could pay off for him. We'll have to wait and see. But Stroll's next up on our list to get past, and as you can see, we're closing in that braking zone. Look at that. Right, a little bit deeper than I wanted, locking up the brakes, but no major damage to the tyre, no flat spot. But you can see Stroll now. Where is he going? I'm trying to overtake him. He's just diving from one side of the track to the other. So we've had to go right up the inside. Little bit of a corner cut there, a bit naughty, but he just couldn't predict where he's going. As you see from this replay, he was going from one side of the track to the other side. There he goes, and we go the other side, and then he goes the other side. So we go the other side, but we just made it up the inside there. And we did manage to get the job done. But you can see Hamilton now, he's trying to get past Stroll now, and he's actually, Stroll's doing us a favour, and he's actually holding Hamilton up, but Hamilton goes up the inside. So Hamilton's going to be piling on the pressure again, because he does have race winning pace. He's already demonstrated. But who's this coming out of the pits? It's Kimi Raikkonen. He's actually done the overcut and has jumped us all. So the overcut strategy working a treat there for him. Obviously Stroll getting in our way, so the traffic helping him out with that strategic decision that Ferrari have made. But you can see again getting a little bit deep there, a bit of a lock up, but did gain a lot of time on Raikkonen in that braking zone. But I'm expecting now he's going to go off as his tyres get up to the optimum temperature, and he can just get away from us. But we're going to try and stick with him. As you can see, going purple in the first sector again, like in the previous race we did of the mod, just showing the mod of this video of this car, and it's the same trend. We got the fastest lap, fastest first and second sectors, but then lose it in the third sector. So that's a trend with this car round the track, at least with my driving style. But you can see Raikkonen's coming up to a bit of traffic now. I believe it's one of the Toro Rosso guys who hasn't pitted yet, so he could get held up by him if he can't clear him. But I think it's Sainz, or it might be Kvyat. Yeah, it's Carlos Sainz. He's yet to pit, so he's holding Raikkonen up, which is allowing us to catch up. You can see we're getting closer, but oh my god, we lost the rear end round there, which is not good. We were starting to gain on Raikkonen there as he was being held up in the traffic, but we could have used that to our advantage. We just made a mistake coming out the corners. Got the gears a bit messed up. I think I went down one too many gears around that corner, and it sort of messed it up as we went back on the throttle. So you can see Raikkonen's going around the outside of the Toro Rosso there. He's clearing him quickly, and we've not been able to make any gains out of that position that we were in. But Hamilton's now on the back of us, but we're going to be coming to the back of Carlos Sainz again, and he's going to hold us up. And Hamilton's still behind us, but he's going to look like he's going for a move, so we're going to have to make sure we defend him well in this next section of corners. So we keep it in the middle of the track, so he's got nowhere to go, and he's having to sit in behind us. But we're gaining on Sainz, and it could get a bit ugly into this next corners. We're really gaining on him really quick, so we're going to have to commit, go down the inside, late move up the inside. There we go, and Sainz is now blocking off Hamilton, so he's giving us a bit more breathing space and taking the pressure off of us from Hamilton behind. So coming around this last corner now to end lap number 9. Still got about 5 laps left in this race, so 2/3 of the way through the race, and we might be on for a podium here, as long as the 4th place guy doesn't catch up to us. But it shouldn't happen, and we should be able to hold on to a podium position. But it's whether we get 2nd or 3rd, or if Raikkonen makes a mistake, or safety car, or anything can happen You see coming around the final corner here now to end lap number 11. 3 laps left in this race, and Hamilton's starting to catch up again. The Sainz has come out well, he's gone in the pits, and he's not holding up anymore. So Raikkonen's pulling away from us. But as you can see, Hamilton is still with us, and he's going to go for a move up the inside, is he surely? Ooh, he thought about it. He did think about it into turn number 1. There's only a few laps left, so it's going to be a battle to the end of this race. You can see he's still behind us. Will he go up the inside? We're going to go defensive. Make him go the long way around, but is he going to be able to do it? He's still there. Still on the inside, but he's still there. He's doing what we did at the start of the race. Just take a replay of that. As it came up the inside, we tried to hold him off, and he just committed, didn't he? He just does not want to give up, but in the end he does have to give way, and we go through on him. So we've got 2 and a bit laps left to go, and it's not looking good for us right now, as Hamilton is really piling on the pressure, and he's really trying to get the move done. He's not going to be able to go up the inside there as we're very late on the brakes, but he is going to be able to use the slipstream into the next section of corners. You can see he can gain in. He's obviously in the superior car, a lot faster than our car, but we've still got him behind. Just sticking to the racing lines, hitting the apex, and it should be able to keep him behind. But as you can see, he is really closing in again, and we've got to be careful with our rear tyres, because we did come into the pits a lap earlier than him, so he's going to have that slight advantage with the tyres. But you can see he's still with us and not able to get past. He's right up behind us, and it's allowing actually Vettel to catch up as well. You can see he goes to the inside, we go stick to the outside. Oh, come on, can we hold it around the outside? Yes, we can. Inside line for the next corner, keep him behind, but he's still with us. He's not giving up. He really wants this extra few points for the championship. We go defensive again, keep Hamilton behind, but it looks like Vettel in 4th is going to be catching up as well. So coming around to end the penultimate lap, we've got 1 lap left, and we've got 2 guys behind us ready to overtake us, but it looks like they're getting a bit close to each other now, so they can fight amongst themselves and we can escape, hopefully. Maybe 2nd place is on the cards for the results, but he's going to come up the inside. No, he thought about it again. I thought he was going to come up the inside, but he just keeps thinking about it. As you can see, we got on the grass a little bit there. That's not going to help us on this straight, as we haven't got DRS, but they both got DRS, so we can't really defend from them. Late on the brakes, a little bit of a lock-up, and he's still behind us, but half a lap to go then. Last sector, we've pulled out a little bit, but he's still with us. Keeping it late on the brakes, again, a lock-up. The tyres are starting to go. They are a lap older than the 2 guys behind, but getting on the grass, it's starting to get a bit scruffy now. 2 corners to go. Can we keep it on the straight as well, or will Hamilton have the straight line speed advantage? But Raikkonen sets the fastest lap of the race on the last lap and takes the win. But it looks like we're going to take 2nd place for the first race of the season. A good result in the end. A bit of pressure at the end from Hamilton and Vettel as well, but a good result after a good qualifying session as well. So overall, a fantastic start to the season. So I hope you did enjoy. Remember to let me know in the comments what you thought, what I could do to improve, and also leave a like if you're excited for the next episode. So we'll see you then.
And see you again next time.